Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is my first video that I've ever done, kind of going through my collection. I've been motivated by Dead Guy Cardboard. He was one of the first that I saw. Goes to Zepho as well, and as well as Aaron Davis. You know, the three of them have some really cool 90s collections out there, and so I've been putting together one that I quite enjoy here for the last couple of years, and you know, Dead Guy Cardboard was like, dude, you got to get your cards up on YouTube so people can see them, so I can check them out. So this is me giving that a shot. I figured today I would do kind of an introduction as to how I got into collecting and show off a few of my favorites that I've put together. Without further ado, the card in front of you right there is a Joey Cora from 96 Flair Metal, and any 90s collectors out there know that Flair Metal did some really cool cards starting in 96. They had some comic book artists design the backgrounds to them, which is pretty neat. So this card means a lot to me because, you know, my dad originally helped me get into collecting, and he bought me a few packs for my birthday, like the 8th or 9th birthday, and that card actually came out of one of the packs, and he was my favorite player at the time. And so since that day, I've kind of been hooked off and on. You know, obviously I stopped here for a bit once I got into college and stuff, but the last couple of years I've been getting back. So I wanted to show this card because this was kind of the very first memory I have of really collecting. When I got this card, we got really excited and all that stuff. So there is that, and also something, a little piece of memorabilia to show off here real quick. My dad used to work security at the Kingdom before that was destroyed, and he knew Joey was my favorite player, and so even though he wasn't supposed to, he got a ball and asked him to sign it for me. And you can't see it that well, you know, the autograph is pretty faded now, but he got this for me in the dugout after a win, and so I've had this for since 1997. I've had it in a case, so that's pretty sweet. And then kind of how I got started on collecting Alex Rodriguez. I got a little story here. It's kind of funny. Here is a program that I have framed. It's a page out of a program that I have framed that's signed by Alex Rodriguez. This is the year after 1996, so he had an amazing year and should have won MVP. He goes to Zepho. You know I'm right. And so how I got this is kind of crazy. My grandpa took me to a game, and I wanted to go down where the players would sign autographs, and Alex was fielding ground balls that day. And he was fielding ground balls at short, and there was a bunch of people down there yelling and screaming at him. And I walked down there and kind of wedged my way in, you know, behind the first row of people. And he came over, and I stuck my arm out, and he happened to just grab mine. I don't think he ever saw me, and he signed this, and I've had this ever since. So I got it matted and framed, and I have that hanging up on my wall now. So kind of that's how I got into collecting. And you know, I collected here and there. You know, obviously as a kid you didn't have a lot of money to get some of these cards that I have now. And so you know, about a couple years ago, maybe 3-4 years ago, there's a guy by the name of Magic Papa who posted a lot of his Griffies that he has, and I kind of used that as a guideline for what my collection should look like at some point. Any of you that know who that is, he's got one of the best Griffey collections I've ever seen. So what I thought I'd do here is, and you know, I got plenty to show off, but I just wanted to show off a few just to kind of get a video out there, let people know that I'm going to be making more. This is kind of a temporary setup. Once my new desk arrives, I'll get that kind of professionally set up so I can do a little bit more high quality videos. But some of my favorites that I've picked up so far, and just like I said, so many great collectors out there that have been, I don't know if any of you go on Freedom Cardboard, but that's probably the best resource if you're looking to get into 90s collecting out there. There's 3 huge 90s threads, so many great you know, people on there that will kind of steer you the right way for what to look for, what to collect. So one of my favorites, and these are a really popular card in the 90s cards out there, is this card right here, which is the 98 Crusade green parallel. That's numbered out of 250. There's a purple parallel and a red parallel. Purples are to 100 and the reds are to 25, and they're very hard to come by. any of you that are collecting players from the 90s, those are some of the most highly sought after cards. Another insert that came from 97 EX is this cut above, and these were I believe 1 out of 288 packs, and those were very expensive packs back in the day because you only got like 18 packs per box, and so these were case hits. And I originally got that card. It was a really low grade, like I think 8.5, and so I carefully got it out of the graded case and put it in there, which I think it looks a lot better. Sticking with EX, this is from 99 EX Century. Probably one of the most highly sought after parallels from Fleer are the Credentials, and this I believe is the Credentials Future, and this is numbered out of 115. It is the only one I've seen on eBay in the 2 years that I've been putting my A-Rod collection together, and so I was very happy to pick that one up. It was through one of those big eBay sellers that have hundreds of thousands of feedback, and so I was surprised it didn't go for more than it did. So those are three of my favorites, and I have 3 more here that I want to show off. This one right here came from 99 Mystique, and probably one of the most beautiful cards you'll see out there. This is the established insert, and these are numbered out of 100. I missed on 2 of these before I got this one, and I had to overpay a little bit to make sure I got it. But I really think what's neat is like when the backs of cards look like this. It's not something you see nowadays. This is only from the 90s that you'll see this, and one of my favorite cards right here for sure. And these last 2 came from 1999 Ionics, which is probably my favorite set. I remember one of the last packs I bought before I stopped collecting for a bit was 99 Ionics, and this is the Techno parallel, or the Techno parallel out of 100. These were short printed. The base cards were short printed, and they fell like 1 out of every 4 packs. But the parallel, I've never seen one come out of a box, and this is one of 2 that I've ever seen on eBay. I think I snagged this one for about 45 bucks. Buy it now as soon as it went up, and I quickly snatched it up. But I do want to say that this is probably my all-time favorite card right now. The odds to get these are crazy, and if anybody knows about Ionics, you know where I'm going with this one. The odds to get this card were 1 out of 1,500 packs, and Ionics only had 20 packs per box, and when they first came out, they were $100 boxes. So this is the holographics parallel, and there's no number on these, but I'm gonna go make a bold prediction that there's maybe 50 of these in existence. I owned one years ago and didn't think I was going to keep collecting, and I ended up getting rid of it, which I still regret to this day. But a user on Freedom Cardboard hooked me up with this card for a really good deal, and so I was able to add it to my collection. It will never ever leave this collection or me ever again. Just wanted to give a couple shout outs here again. C-Brand TW, I'm going to show off some of the stuff that he sent me. He's a big A-Rod collector as well. He's got some stuff that I don't know if I'll ever have in my collection. Amazing cards, and as well as C.O. Rockies. He was the one that kind of motivated me to get onto Freedom Cardboard, and if it wasn't for that, I don't think my collection would be half as nice as it is now. So we're going to call this good. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see some of you post your own videos as well. I think it would be great to kind of keep this community going with some of these types of videos, and stay tuned for more Alex Rodriguez cards coming soon. Thanks. Bye.